shall continue to lead a government that is fully committed to maintaining the integrity of our state, promoting the unity of our nation.
Kenya's political stage is on fire, and one man's seat may not be safe for long. Rumors of impeachment are sweeping the nation, and at the center of it all, Geoffrey Rigathi Gachagua, the Deputy President, the very man known as Rigiji, mtoto ya Mau Mau, alias Usiguze Murima. But could this be the end of his reign? Could Kenya's political landscape be about to change forever? And why does Morara Kebaso, the voice of the people, believe that if the neck goes, then the head deserves to follow? Grab your popcorn, people. This is going to be a political roller coaster.
What is good for the head is good for the neck. 2 is better than 1. Impeach them both.
Since assuming office, Gachagua has been a staunch ally of President Ruto and at the same time a lightning rod for controversy. Some argue that he lacks the national perspective needed for the prestigious office of the Deputy President, frequently championing the interest of his own region above others. From a one-term MP for Madira to Deputy President, Gachagua's rise to power was nothing short of meteoric. He became a key figure in the UDA party, and his loyalty to William Ruto earned him the Deputy President slot in the 2022 elections. It was a decision, as Ruto said, made after a rigorous process. But despite his rise, Gachagua's time in office has been anything but smooth. His tenure has been marred by allegations of corruption and deep-seated political infighting. Now, calls for his impeachment are growing louder. Let's go through some of the allegations on the table. 1. Propagating division and incitement. Remember when he said Kenya is a company and his community are the majority shareholders?
Nimesikia watu ya Taita Taveta munalia mambo ya shares yenu iko kidogo. Na watu ya Jubilee, it is true. Mimi ndio mtu anapanga maneno ya shares kwa serikali ya William Ruto. Ninakuanga naye hapa kwa mfuko. Rais akisema nataka tuangalie fulani, nasema ngoja kidogo rais, narudi kwa mfuko naangalia shares, tunakubaliana. We want you to be shareholders. So we are going to open up the share market in 2027. Nyinyi mkuja kwa soko, mchukue ile hisa mnataka. Si iko namna hiyo? Tutafungua shares yetu in 2027. It will be open. Watu ya Taveta mkuje mchukue zile shares zote mnataka. Tukimaliza uchaguzi nikuje tena na calculator niweke mawe mpya tuhesabu.
2. Contradicting the presidency. Like issuing a statement in Mombasa right after the president had made one on the protests.
Yet, there is an organization paid for by the public to brief the president and the government about the feeling of the Kenyan people. Officers of the National Intelligence Service, officers of the National Police Service have told me in confidence they did not get advance intelligence briefs about the magnitude of the protest.
3. Undermining devolution. His political infighting with the governor of Nairobi has raised eyebrows.
Hapa Nairobi tutajipanga. Yes. Tutajipanga. Hakuna siku ingine tutapeana kura bila mpango. Si ndio? Hapa Nairobi mimi nitamwambia vile tutakaa. Neguo.
4. Stirring ethnic hatred through his public utterances. 5. Allegations of economic crimes. He's accused of amassing over 5 billion shillings in just 2 years through land and hotels acquired through his family.
Wewe ni mtu umechaguliwa mwaka 2 kwa mfano. Umechaguliwa chini ya mwaka 2. Uko na zaidi ya hoteli 5, ulinunua na nini? Ulinunua na nini? Ndio mimi nasema itafika mahali tutaambiana ukweli ili watu waheshimiane na tuongoze wa Kenya na tupeleke wa Kenya mbele.
6. Gross misconduct and bullying. Using his power for personal gain, intimidating public officers and contractors. Enter Morara Kebaso, the face of the Gen Z movement, the man rallying Kenyans against corruption and stalled projects. He is not just taking on Gachagua. He's declared war on the entire regime.
Fellow Kenyans, Occupy Parliament Season 2 is loading. The streets are calling us. We have a missed call from the streets, and we are not known to reject a call of the streets. We love the streets, and the streets love us. What is good for the head is good for the neck. 2 is better than one. Impeach them both. Whatever the Honorable Rigathi Gachagua has done, the Honorable William Ruto or the dishonorable William Ruto has done it twice or thrice or more than 10 times, and there is evidence to that. So why not impeach them both? Why shouldn't we get rid of bad leadership and begin afresh? This is going to be our message at every single place where public participation will be held all over the country. That we want to get rid of bad leadership in Kenya, beginning now, not beginning next week, not beginning next month. We want change now. We are impatient with the way the country is being run.
In his words, if the neck goes, the head should follow. And it's not just Gachagua that Kebaso is calling out. He argues that the same grounds for impeachment could apply to his boss, President William Ruto. The question on many people's minds is, are the accusations against Gachagua really that different from the actions of the president?
Becoming a tribal leader, all the appointments, and you guys are joking. The most tribal person. Just go to the institutions that are employing Kenyans. Go to TSC. Less than 2 years, the Kalenjin community is leading and has given the other tribes a very big gap. Only 2 years of William Samoei Ruto in that job. Go to KRA, ilibidi high court, isimamishe those appointments. Zilikuwa zinafanywa on pure tribal basis. Zimesimamiwa na mtu anaitwa William Samoei Ruto, the most tribal person in action. Na huwa anafanya all those tribal appointments, then akikuja kwa watu anaanza kusema tunataka Kenya moja, tunataka muungane, Kenya iende mbele ikiwa moja. The most tribal person. Kenyans, you are going to make a very big mistake. Hapa ni pale mnasikiaga town, a pickpocket ametoa mtu simu, alafu mkimkimbiza anasema mwizi, na yeye anasema mwizi pale mbele. Mnakimbiza ule si mwizi. Gachagua is not tribal. Gachagua just talk. Mulima, shareholders. But the most tribal is William Samoei Ruto. Hizi vitu nimewawekea hapa hivi. Juzi the Gen Z movement wamepigania they need a good country, and those people they kasema Murkomen nyumbani, akina Chirichiri nyumbani, akina Moses Kuria nyumbani, akina Mithika Linturi nyumbani. The most tribal leader akarudisha the most corrupt because they are from his community. Akarudisha Chilchil, in fact akamweka transport, akarudisha the same Murkomen akampeleka sijui sports, Kuria, Mithika Linturi nyumbani. Ruto is very, very tribal. And I want to tell you the truth. Hata hizi vitu nasikia zinakuliwa Kenya mzima, my friend. The only people who knows what is happening in Adani, it is Murkomen, who was in transport, Chilchil, who was in energy, Ruto, and Aaron Cheriot, mwenye alikuwa ametumwa India kuangalia mambo ya Adani. That is the only people who knows what is happening. Mlisikia Gachagua akiwaambia yeye haelewi what is going on with Adani. He doesn't know. And maybe that is the reason they want Gachagua out, because Gachagua anachimba kwani mnakula peke yake, mimi nataka kukula. Ukiuliza mtu kama Ishongwa na hiyo mdomo yake what is happening in Adani, hajui. Yeye anajua tu shida ni Gachagua. Hajui. I'm telling you for free, the most tribal person in this country is none other than William Samoei Ruto. And that's why they want Gachagua out, because Gachagua pia anataka kukula pale in the Ruto's kitchen cabinet au yenye nimekutajia. If you ask yourself, why all this war? Si tu wanapigania ati vitu za ati barabara, ati majani, ati kahawa. You remember very well, the person who came and told us that Nairobi inakulua yote na mtu anaitwa Oscar Sudi, every month anapoa over 300 million, was none other than Gakuya. And Gakuya is a Gachagua person like this. So lazima walienda kwa meza, Sudi akawaambia hatugawani, hizi ni zetu, Ruto's kitchen cabinet na Mudosi, nyinyi mkaa hivyo. And that's where all the war is coming from. I can tell you that now they're impeaching Gachagua because he's a tribal leader. He only talks about Mount Kenya region. Gachagua is tribal by words. By words. He just say, oh, msiguze mlima. Oh, we are shareholders. But the most tribal person in this country, the most tribal leader in this.
While some leaders are gunning for his removal, Rigiji has his own defenders. His loyalists say the impeachment efforts are nothing more than politically motivated. But here's where it gets interesting. The impeachment motion is now before the National Assembly in the public participation phase. Will the lawmakers vote to send this issue to the Senate for a full trial? Or will Rigiji survive the political storm? What happens if Gachagua is impeached? Where will the president turn for his replacement? Could we see a shake-up in the power structure of the government?
Well, I wish I could say that I told you so, right? But I will not say that. I didn't tell you. It's come to pass that the motion was tabled, and by the person I guessed will actually table the motion. But I'm here to tell you how things are going to pan out in the next few days, because Parliament, as you have seen, as it has been demonstrated today, is going to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. It's happening next week on Tuesday. They are voting. They are impeaching him. The first deputy president to be impeached will be Rigathi Gachagua. Na itakuwa ikue funzo kwa wale wengine wenye wako na ambitions kama za deputy president. But in his story inawachapia. So let's now talk about Rigathi's option now that the motion is before Parliament. Let's move forward. So who takes over from Rigathi Gachagua? My bet, again, my qualified bet, the president will return this to central Kenya, to the mountain, east or west. And I'll give you 3 options. Mark three of these options. First on the table, Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru. Remember when the president was the national prayer breakfast? When he said it's time to choose a woman? Anne Waiguru, first option on the table. Gladys Wanga Chana nayo, she will not. He can never be taken to that. Broad-based government ilisha malilisha. So not Gladys Wanga. Second on the table, this is a surprise, but the most intriguing and interesting. Kimani Ichung'wah, number 2. Number 3 on that list, who to me, not because of any bias, is the least favorite, is Kithure Kindiki. Yes, he could be next deputy president. But I think in the grand scheme of things for the president, he has to appease the mountain. Where does he go? East or west? Kirinyaga is the safer bet. Ichung'wah, there will be that fight of Kiambu and all those things, but he's also a bet. Remember, he's very faithful.
The question remains, can Kenyans successfully oust the dynamic duo in power? Was there an opportunity during the last wave of demos? And is there still a constitutional path to removing them from office? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay tuned for more as this political drama unfolds.